Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to be working on some anatomy practice and I wanted to talk about what has really helped me get better at art and kind of what pushed me to make my drawings more realistic and what got me to the level that I am currently at and the most important thing that I've done. And that has to be the anatomy practice that I've been doing, but honestly it's kind of been, I feel like if you practice anatomy as an artist, it can be kind of hard because for me personally, I always practice anatomy for like a week and then I stop. And then I don't do it for like another few months. But I think definitely one thing that got me to the level to be able to do like realistic drawings or portraits and make him look like I wouldn't say hyper realistic, but pretty darn realistic is definitely my practice with anatomy. And they can be small exercises like this. For example, in this video, I'm going to be doing a few small anatomy exercises of doing eyes, hands, gestures, and then also abs too. And I just literally find you could practice anatomy really anywhere that you want to. You can go on the internet, you can go on Pinterest, you can find images, whatever. I just find images that I like on Pinterest and put it in a folder, and then I just take them out, download them, and then practice them on Procreate. Sometimes I trace them, but in this video, I'm not tracing them. I'm just going straight into offhand drawing them. So that's what I do, but I find this really, really helpful in case I want to go back because I always feel like whenever I draw and use a reference, I always try to look at obviously what I'm drawing to reference off of, but I always feel like I'm missing something or my hand can be a little bit shaky. And I feel like these anatomy exercises make it so my strokes are so much more cleaner. And I have that time or that warm up to get all those wiggly strokes out, and it also makes me understand the body so much more. And I feel like before when I first started studying anatomy, I tried to look at books, I've tried to look at like the inside of the body, and the best way for me personally, it's different for everyone, but for me personally, the best way that I've learned is just literally finding images on Pinterest and drawing images like these. And it can really be any kind. Like for example, you'll see in the beginning, I find these realistic eye drawings or sketches, and then I go to kind of like this guy who looks a little bit cartoonish, but he has a basic anatomy. But I like that anatomy, and I wanted to practice that more. So it kind of there's no really restrictions, and I like this because I don't feel like I have to follow a certain rule or something like that or follow a set of rules. I can really do whatever I want. So if you're looking to improve and you really, really want to get better, I would recommend doing this at least once a day or at least once every other day. I would recommend almost every day because I think that would help significantly. Even the thing is, though, I haven't done it every single day. And I was actually quite shocked because for the beginning of the warm up of the eyes, I was having a little bit of trouble because my strokes kept on getting a little bit wobbly, but they actually weren't as bad as I thought they were. And same thing for the hands. The hands that I drew or that I draw in this video, I actually got them done a lot more quicker than I was expecting. I was kind of shocked because sometimes I feel like things will take me longer, but I actually did them faster than I expected. So that made me really happy. And my strokes were a lot more confident as well. So not even just getting better at knowing the human body and what it is made of and composed of, but I also think just really if you do practice anatomy, it'll make your strokes a lot more cleaner and a lot more confident. I think that's something that definitely distinguishes like an artist who is more experienced and one who is not. It can be anatomy, it can be shading, it can be lighting, it can be all of that. But one thing that definitely has also improved me or improved my art greatly is my confident strokes. I do have to erase sometimes, we all have to, but my strokes are definitely a lot more confident than from before. Now you'll see me do the first hand, but the eyes are decent. But this hand, I was really happy about because it was like I said a lot more better, and I did a lot more quicker than I thought I could. I wanted to do all of these exercises, but then this video would be so long, and I sped it up so it wouldn't be as long. But I think I might do a real time exercise or anatomy exercise with me where you just kind of draw, or you could listen to me talk, or possibly just draw on the iPad or a sketchbook, and you just hear like the raw ASMR sound. I think that would be a really cool idea. But even in this video, if you want to draw or practice anatomy, feel free to practice along with while I'm talking in the video. I think in my videos and in the future of these videos, I kind of want these to be like chatty videos where I can talk or I can just draw and it be ASMR. And you guys can practice and get better along with me because I don't want to be like a YouTuber, like someone who promotes getting better at art, but gives you a bunch of tips and just kind of says, there you go, like that's it. I've watched channels like that, and that hasn't really helped me. The biggest thing that's helped me is getting my hands dirty and just practicing and just doing this stuff and just trying my best, even though my drawings, sure, I'll make some crappy drawings, but that doesn't mean that I give up. And so I think if you guys definitely want to practice with me, or if you even want to practice these hand gestures with me in the video, you can see the hands, or at least some of them, so you can practice those as well. But I would definitely recommend doing that, and even finding your favorite artist. This is another one that I like to do. Find your favorite artist on Instagram or Twitter, and if you want to try to replicate their style, that's another thing that I definitely recommend to get better. It's like practicing anatomy, but you're practicing a style, but it's similar to anatomy. So if you really want to get better too, or learn someone else's style and anatomy of the style, because everyone, if you look at people's style, they kind of change. They have that basic anatomy, but everyone kind of portrays it differently, and they portray shading differently as well. So definitely look at other artists to practice as well. But find your favorite artist that you want to practice off of, and just literally put their images in Procreate. I just insert these images inside of Procreate, and then I just start practicing right away. But I actually also don't find anatomy. I know that people say that anatomy can be quite boring, or it can be really, it sucks to practice, but I actually really enjoy practicing anatomy. The only thing is I wish I was faster at it because it can take a little while, but I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting faster. I can, in this video that I recorded, I can see the progress, and it makes me really, really happy because I got a lot more faster. But I actually don't mind practicing anatomy that much at all. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. And I don't know if people cringe at this, but I actually love practicing anatomy. The worst thing that I don't like practicing is shading. That's one thing I don't like. But doing it is fun, but practicing it is not fun. But practicing anatomy is one of my favorite things to do to get better at art. Another tip that I have to suggest is definitely, besides anatomy, possibly, maybe not even anatomy, but definitely I would say practice anatomy if you can, because it's heavily useful. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. It could be 20, 30 minutes a day, something small, like maybe possibly even like 15 minutes if you really, really are tired. But even then, just I would say try to go for 30, possibly it would help you, because these poses, especially if you're a beginner, literally 2 or 3 poses can take you up to like 45 minutes sometimes. So it just matters on everyone and how long they take. But these poses, I think I did like 5 or 6, and they took me like around an hour or 50, 40 minutes. So that's why I'm saying at least 30 minutes, is because as a beginner, it can be, you need that time. You need that time to grow and get better. So give yourself that time to practice, and don't be mad at yourself. Don't be discouraged if you're not getting it as fast. As long as you're trying, that's all that matters, especially with anatomy. You don't have to, I was actually kind of nervous about, I get nervous sometimes recording art videos because I'm like, what if my skill is not up to par, it's not being shown? But really just like kind of say screw it and just practice it. You have to go into art, or with any other skill, I would say too, is just an open mind, and you're going to make mistakes. But for example, on the hand here, I noticed a few things that I made mistakes about. The finger, that was one mistake that I made. It should have been, I erased some parts, but it should have been like straight down line. It's hard to, but a lot of the lines that I made should be straight down, not curved or slanted. But I fixed those eventually, so I learned that. But if you find something that you enjoy practicing in art, whether that be shading, lighting, or anatomy, stick to something that you like practicing. And if it can translate into other areas, like for example, you like practicing shading, so maybe you like practicing, maybe you should practice shading hands and then arms and then the legs. Like if you really like something out of shading, lighting, anatomy, or other things about art, try to include it into everything, like the human body or animals. That way you can get a practice of everything. That way you can still draw the hand or draw the body or something, but it doesn't have to be continuous practice of the body, whereas I'm doing it purposely in this video. But yeah, that's another big tip I would say, is definitely find something that you enjoy practicing with. It'll make art so much more easier if you do that. It certainly has made it easier for me. But for this video, I'm just going to leave some music on, and I'm going to let you guys practice. I want to give some time as well. I just don't want to be chatting it. But I'm going to leave you guys. If you want to use the poses, like I said in this video that I'm using, I just found some off Pinterest. But find some poses, grab your sketchbook, grab your iPad, whatever you want to, and just practice with me along, or get a few poses down. And you could replay the video if you want to. But I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.